Hello, 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 hello. This is Garden Talk Jamaican. Good morning. If it's morning in your area, I'm gonna plant some red rose that have really grown. They are green sprouted. I'm gonna plant them in this bed behind me, and I have one other kind of potato, and I'm only planting one of these purple potatoes. It looks rather bad, don't it? Today. But I'm gonna stick it there someplace. It's called Magic Molly, purple potato. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know. It's all right. I eat them because they're healthy. But I'm only planting one, and I may have some in the ground that are volunteers. So these are the red rose, and I got them from the box stores. They did very well last year. And these potatoes, they are great mashed potatoes. Very good. Nice. I find them better mashed. Maybe some French fries, but mashed potatoes, they are wonderful. So this is what I'm planting today. I have 2, 4, 6, 8. And I went ahead and I had cut these to plant them earlier on, but because we had snow and a lot of deep freezes, I did not. But I'm still gonna stick these 2 pieces in the ground because their sprouts still look healthy. So I'm gonna plant them. And I have about 4 rosettes. I found that rosettes didn't do too well last year in this bed. So I'm gonna have to fix this block. Rosette didn't do too well in this bed last year, so I will see. I don't know if it's too wet or whatever, but the red rose did pretty well, good. So I'm going to remove all of the mulch, the straw mulch that I put here last year to protect the soil. And then I'm going to come back to you when I'm planting them. So I have removed the mulch and I am stirring up the soil, and I'm going to add some new soil to beef it up, you know, a little bit. Oh, see? Magic Molly, but I'm not planting any Magic Molly. So if I come across any, I don't want the volunteers, I'll just take them out wherever I see them. Here's a little guy. I think this is a Yukon Gold. I may just stick it back in there. I like Yukon Gold. Yukon Gold is just not as productive. You know, people like it. It's tasty. But it's not really a productive potato. Another one. See if it will grow. Uh-oh. Another one. Oh, wow. Quite a bit. Here's a big one. Ooh, look at this. I tell you, these can be eaten, you know. I don't know. Potatoes, they stay in the soil and they didn't rot with all the deep freezes that we had. Wow. That's good for soup. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. That's gold right there. Here is a purple magic molly. You know what? I'm gonna plant that one. It's looking pretty. As a matter of fact, it's look better than the one I have sprouted. So I think that's the one I will plant. Oh, another one. But it just got canned. Well, two. Wow. Those are big. See? Nice pink earthworm. Go back to sleep. If the potatoes are close to the surface, they will rot. But if they're way down in the ground, nah, they're fine. Like these, we're close to the surface. One's a rock. Yeah, I'm going to plant those two magic molly. I said I wasn't going to plant any, but they look so good that I am going to plant them. Oh, and another thing, I'm not advertising for them, but for the last couple of years, I have used this jungle growth soil. Before, it used to have a lot of wood in it, but now I am so pleased. It's raised bed soil, and of course I use it in my beds, but it used to have a lot of wood chips in it, but not anymore. Look at it. So if you're looking good soil, check it out. And they do have some perlite in it, so it's, you can see it's pretty light, right? And guess what? I don't have to be getting something from anybody to promote them. Nah, I'm not even looking anything, to tell you the truth. Not looking anything. Look at this one. It's begun to grow. So that one is definitely will be replanted. Oh, well, it's a pity this one. Ah, here's another one. Growing lots of sprouts. I nipped it on the side, but I think it will be all right. Some people cut their potatoes, and you know they have quite a bit of eyes, and they cut them and they plant them immediately, and they're all right. Nothing wrong with that. I usually don't do that. I usually look at this. Growing potatoes, 1, 2 potatoes on it. So in the ground it's going. Ha ha ha. Nice. Well, we'll get that in the ground too. I don't know. I hope I have enough space for all of those potatoes now. You know what? I think I remember planting them last year in the fall, hoping to get a fall harvest. Got a little bit because the year before I did get a nice little harvest. So I said, okay, maybe I will again, but it didn't happen. Yeah, I don't mind promoting stuff when it's, for me, it did good for me. I want others to try it and, you know, experience it. And you know what? The word says, give, and it will be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, shall men bring unto your bosom. You'd be surprised when you are a giver how much you are blessed. You don't have to give with any intention. Sometimes your giving should be intentional. A lot of it should be intentional. But just being a kind person and a giver. That's a great thing. So here we go. I am promoting jungle growth, raised bed soil. It's good. For one moment there, I stopped using it 1 year because it had too much wood chip in it. And it's like it. I think that the best time to buy soil is before spring comes, because when spring comes, it's like all the soil they have from the year before, they are broken down. And when spring comes, it's like they're trying to sell more. So what they do is they are making new soil, and it's like they can't keep up with the demand. So you're better off buying the soil at the end of the year. For example, on Thursday, I'm going to go there and get a couple more bags that I want to fill a new raised bed that I will be installing shortly. And this is my DIY raised bed. I wouldn't plant sweet potatoes in here because they go down and they stretch out from the bottom. Yeah, last year I made a mistake. I had a volunteer sweet potato on that side and I left it, and man, that thing began to spread. It was a Japanese sweet potato. Okay, I think I have enough space for what I have. I hope. Let's stretch it out a little bit more. Oh, here's another one. I forgot what this is called. I got this from a place that sells organic seeds. It didn't do too well. It's not very productive, but I'll plant it again. Soil's still good. Need a little umphin though. On the other side of this, I am going to plant some radish. Me and my husband, we love radishes. So I'm going to plant some radish and some curly spinach, just a little bit. Another one. All right. We're going to have some good food in here. Okay. I'll go out here. I don't want to be compacting the soil. Shout out to you, Sister Deborah. You know who you are. If there's more than one Deborah, shout out to you. Shouting out to Deborah R. and the other Deborahs who may be watching. Shalom. Now, I am going to get a little bit more soil and put it in the holes themselves. So, let's see. One here. Yeah. One here. One here. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Oh, tell you what, I think one here. One here. I have enough space. One here. Yep. Well, it's just there. Wow. This is a nice one. Wow, it has a nice little piece of food on it, ain't it? Look at that. Oh, mama. Wow. One here. Okay. Look at this one. It's going back in the ground. So I wasn't gonna buy any Yukon Gold. I definitely don't have to buy any. I'll have a few. I think some of those might be yellow potatoes. The yellow, I understand that Yukon Gold is a product of the yellow potatoes. They grow those yellow potatoes in Florida, I think, mostly. Well, the ones I get in the supermarket are from Florida. And I understand that it's the two potatoes that they, well, Yukon Gold, I mean, the yellow potato is one of them that they put together and get Yukon Gold. Okay, let me get a little bit more soil just for the hole itself. Wow. Don't want to fall. Done that already. There, done that. Okay. Okay. I'm going to use a little azomite and some bone meal. That's what I'm planting them with today. Later on, when I'm hilling them, if I use soil instead of the straw, I will add a little mulch to it. When they're about 6, 7, 8 inches tall, I will add some mulch to the hilling because I don't want them growing a lot of bush instead of bulbs. So mulch is nitrogen, and I don't want to add a whole lot. And I hardly ever plant my potatoes and sweet potatoes with nitrogen. Used to do that. Although, you know what, they say that nitrogen is not good, but the first year when I planted my potatoes, my sweet potatoes, and even my potatoes, well, maybe it was not so good for the potatoes, but it was okay for the sweet potatoes because I got a bumper harvest of sweet potatoes, and I mixed a little blood meal with the potassium and the bone meal, and it worked beautifully. I got a great harvest. So I may do that this year because it was not detrimental to my harvest the first time I did it, and the second time. Actually, last year my sweet potato harvest was not very good. It wasn't great. It could have been better. Definitely could have been better. So I'm going to go back to the drawing board with my sweet potato planting and see if that works better as it did before. So I'm going to add some bone meal to the whole, stir it in, and some azomite. Like I explained before, I am no expert at using these fertilizers, but I go from what I learned by experience. I may be able to put one over there. Maybe one here. Yeah. Like a shade there though. Yeah, I don't know. I think I better put one there. That's kind of close. Okay. Let's do a little azomite. All right. Now. This is very dusty. Goes a long way though. Hmm. And it's windy. A little. Well, wouldn't have been nice. They're very disastrous. All right, now stir it up. I think I put in an azomite in that one, but that's okay. See, I'm not cutting these. They're going to be planted whole. They will be all right. It's a sink or swim business, this one now. They will be okay. This one is really big. I really should cut this one. I think I'm going to cut this one. This one has so many eyes. You know what? I'm going to cut this one. So let me go get a knife and cut it. This one is kind of... This one has so many eyes, you know. Look at that. I think I'm going to cut it. And you know what? I'm not going to plant it. I'll plant it somewhere else because I'm going to let it cure. Or I'll put some ashes on it. If I have some ashes in my heap, I will put it on it and plant it later on. But I'm not going to cut it and just stick it in the ground like that. This one is okay. This one is the big kahuna. Yeah. This one has quite a few eyes to on it. I think I'm going to cut this one too. Yeah, it's good. This one just 2 eyes. So, yeah, well, it has a few, but it's kind of difficult to cut it as it is there. Huh. I wonder where I put this thing. I don't see any bone meal or anything in that hole, so. You know what? So what then? I think I'm going to move some of these because I have a little shed behind it, and it's, although the sun is not up yet, but I'd rather them getting as all the sun, not to be shaded by anything. So yeah, I think I'm going to move some of those back here where there's more sun. Yep. I have a little shed back there where I keep my pots and stuff like that. And much shade right there. Yep. I think don't think so. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I think I'm gonna put these guys back here that are growing. Magic Molly tend to grow very wide. It needs a lot of space. So I'm not gonna put any Magic Molly right here. Put it where I have a little bit more space. Well, need that space. Okay, couple them. I may put one over there, you know. Yeah. Okay, well I have the ones that I cut. I can plant here. So I'm gonna plant this. I'm not sure about that one. I think I'm gonna put one of these that I've cut up here. Yeah. All right. Now, hmm. I think I'm gonna have to revise something over here. Yeah. We're gonna have to do something with this one. I will. Okay. So this is this section. Now I am going to plant this little one here. See what comes of it. And I am going to plant. Oh, we have some Magic Molly, right? Woo! We're gonna plant this one back here. And this Magic Molly looks very healthy. Back here. Not too concerned if they don't get a whole lot of sun, you know. It's the truth. All right. And was there something else? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think I'll stick this in here. Yeah. Why not? not what that potato is called. Oh, Manda Gold is what it's called. It's not really golden. Yep, this potato is called Mondock Gold. Yeah. Rip off. It was not that bad. Well, let's see how well it's done. I impart an anointing on it to grow and do well. Yep. Now, these are going to go in the pot. Now, well, I need that space for the other one. I am going to plant a 2 rosettes. We have 4 rosettes. I'm going to plant 2 rosettes over on this side and see how well they do. Yep. So this is what it is, and I am going to water it. And today I am going to use water from my rain barrel because it's no longer full of ice. Okay, let's see how best to water these now. All right, it's a minefield over here, boy. Got to be careful how I walk. All right, so I don't know what I have here. There's water everywhere. Yep. No, we don't need to water over there. The dirt is still pretty damp, so I know that I have to add so much water because it's still pretty damp. I think that will do it for the time being because the sun is not really hot yet, so it's fine. And so that is what it is for the time being, folk. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking my videos, and thank you for sharing my videos. And before I go, I pray that the Lord blesses the work of your hands. I pray all you put your hands to that is good in the sight of the Lord prospers. And I pray that you prosper and be in good health. I pray that your soul is prospering also. Okay? Thank you for watching. Jamerican here. Appreciate you. God bless you.